Cal goes 0-0, and you're able to bring Marcus in and him give you that as you're
Marcus and Alex, and you saw without Alex what happened. When they told me knee, I was literally physically ill to my stomach for him. But now you're playing guys that, like at UCLA, they're just not ready to play. They're not ready to get those kind of minutes. You just spot them in, throw them in, let them take a three, but you can't play them long minutes. And if you have to, you're not winning. So I thought we played better defense in the second half. It wasn't a pretty game. But you see, if we make threes, we were 5 for 10 in the second half. And if you go back and look, they were the same open looks in the first half that we went 1 for 11. In the second half, you're 5 for 10. But you saw the difference. I mean, I'm not worried about it. The only thing I'm telling these guys is I want Jamal and Tyler prepared to shoot a three every single time. And if they crowd you, then you're going to drive it. If they don't crowd you, then you're looking to shoot.
Please raise your hand if you got a question.
Cal, I mean, obviously it wasn't pretty for much of the game, but midway through the second half, what was the difference? Because it looked
you made shots. You made 3 threes, and all of a sudden you look up, you're up 13-14. And then they're a better team. I haven't heard what Bobby said, but they didn't play as well as I've seen them play on TV. They went to Creighton and won. They beat Texas A&M. They were up 25 on Texas A&M. They beat North Carolina State. They had Marquette beat. They were up 10. They should have won the game. They didn't play particularly well in the second half, and hopefully some of that was us. But I walked in at halftime, and I would like to have said, okay, we shoot 30% in the first half and we're up 1. That's a good thing. But it wasn't, because we got out roughed, and we got pushed around again, and we just have a long way to go. I mean, we really do. And I'm not, Scal's thing, again, what were the fouls? Were they like hard fouls? No, they were fouls because he doesn't want to bend. He wants to use his hands. See, if you bend, I'm going to tell you what happens. The people all stand and bend. Go ahead, bend for a minute. Go ahead, bend. Now stay down there for a minute. You know what happens? You don't want to stay down there. I'd rather stand up and push. It's easier. And this is all a process, and he's got to accept, okay, now there's no question I can't play this way and play and stay in games. But this is a hard process. And the other side of it, I told him after the game, some of the guys, I mean, I was hard on some of the guys, but let me say this. We're going to go on the road in the SEC. And they have tents outside of every building we play because their students were there a week waiting on those tickets. It's going to be easy? If you can't take me, a guy that loves you and is about you personally, you picked the wrong school. This thing here this is an animal. And so, and I understand you can tell me they're 18 and 19-year-olds, they're fragile and all this. Tough place to be fragile. As a player, as a coach, as an administrator, as a coach in any sport.
Cal, did you say?